Here is a new story today. The story from Turkey, and the title of the story is The Girl and the Ghost. Once upon a time, there was a poor man in a village in Turkey. He was called Amir. His wife died after giving birth to a baby girl. He named her Salma. Soon, she grew up to be of marriageable age. Amir was in a dilemma as he had not saved much to conduct her wedding. But Salma was a clever girl. She was not afraid of anybody. She was very daring. She did not believe in ghosts and evil spirits. One day, Amir threw a party for one of his close friends, Ahmed. The party went on till midnight, and soon Amir ran short of food. He wished there were at least 2 or 3 more loaves of bread to meet the emergency. He called Salma and said, "There is no bread left. Would you run up to Dada's shop and get some loaves?" Ahmed was horrified. "You want her to go to Dada's?" he asked Amir. "Don't you know that his shop is on the other side of the burial ground? Would your daughter go there all alone in this dead of night?" Amir brushed aside his friend's anxiety. "I have brought her up like a boy. She'll come back safe in no time." In fact, just as he had assured his friend, Salma returned soon with the loaves. "That's great, Amir," Ahmed complimented him. "Would you mind if I test her cleverness? You know, it's new moon tomorrow. Do you think she can go up to the burial ground and bring me a skull at midnight?" "That won't be difficult for her at all, my dear friend," said Amir. "Why one? She'll bring more skulls if you'll have them. But what's the wager? 100 gold coins?" Ahmed agreed. Next day, Ahmed called his aging assistant, Khan, and gave him instructions what he should do at the burial ground. Just before midnight, Ahmed reached his friend's house. Salma was about to start for the burial ground. She took her father's permission and left. Salma was not afraid at all. She straight away went to the burial ground and picked up a skull. "Don't touch it," a voice warned her. "That's my father's skull." The girl dropped the skull to the ground and picked up another. "Don't take it," the same voice. Another warning. "That's my mother's skull." Salma was puzzled. Why should anybody prevent her from picking up a skull? She began to have some doubts. She went close to where she had heard the voice and saw there the bald head of Khan glittering in the twilight. "You bald-headed spirit," she shouted. "Shut up! Be quiet!" She hit the head with a stone that she had picked up. "If you open your mouth again, beware. I shall put an end to your life with this stone," she warned him in turn. Khan was stunned to silence. Salma quietly picked up a skull and made for her house. When Ahmed saw her with the skull, he complimented her for her courage. He gave her 100 gold coins that he had kept with him. In a neighboring village lived a young man, Sultan, who was rich. He was handsome too. He was looking for a bride for himself, but had failed to find one suitable. Somehow or other, no one was willing to give away his daughter in marriage to Sultan, though he was both rich and handsome. The reason was that his house was being frequented by a ghost of his mother. No girl or woman wanted to work for him lest she was harassed by the ghost. Sultan came to hear about Salma and how clever she was. He called on Salma and her father and told them about himself. He said if Salma worked in his house and made food for him, he would pay her well. Amir took pity on him and sent Salma along with him. Whenever she served food for Sultan, Salma would keep a separate plate for the ghost and call out, "Mother, food has been served. Please come and eat." The ghost would then appear and look pleased. One day, Sultan had to go far away on business. Salma was busy attending to her chores when the ghost appeared before her. "Aren't you afraid of me, girl?" asked the ghost. "Afraid of you? Not at all," said Salma. "I am not afraid of anybody. You are like my own mother. You are good to me. I like you very much," said the ghost. I want to give you a test. If you win, you may marry my son. Salma wondered what kind of test that would be. Would you go with me to the basement here at the dead of the night? Asked the ghost. The girl replied that she would go wherever the ghost took her. That night she went with the ghost. The way to the basement was littered with stones. The ghost asked Salma to clear the way. As she was steadying the path, she came upon two brass vessels. One was small, the other slightly bigger. You keep the smaller one, said the ghost. You may hand over the bigger vessel to my son. Henceforth, I won't come to this house. You are there to look after my son. I don't have any more anxiety. The ghost then disappeared. Salma went back home carrying the two vessels. The next day, when Sultan returned from his business trip, she told him all that was happened in his absence. Your mother asked me to give you this bigger vessel. I shall now be marrying you, said Sultan. Why should I have the vessel? It won't make any difference whether I have the bigger vessel or the smaller one. Both of them will belong to us, he added smilingly. Salma took the permission of Sultan and went home to meet her father. Amir was very happy to be told that Sultan would marry Salma. He was very eager